Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about some seed starting. This is the season to go ahead and get some seeds growing. Some things do better in the house in the early season, and some things are better for directly sowing directly in your garden or out in your pots. So I want to take a little minute. So if you've never looked at a seed packet before, we can kind of dispel a little bit of the information that's a bit confusing. So first up, we're going to start with some vegetable plants. So if you look at this packaging, we've got some lettuce and we've also got some pumpkins. Some important things to note. So with the lettuce, it is frost tolerant. So this is a plant that can tolerate the cooler season. So that's great. That's what we would want to be planting now. Pumpkins, however, are frost sensitive. So we do not want to be planting those right now. They would not do well. This is more of a later season crop. There's always a little bit of information on the front of the packet. In this one, it says for the lettuce to sow in early spring and through the fall. And with the pumpkins, it would be after the last chance of spring frost. There's usually some other details on the front just to give you an idea of some specific characteristics. For example, these pumpkins are heirloom. And with these lettuces, it just tells you they have 6 different varieties that you're going to be growing with this pack. If we flip around to the back, there's some more information. There's an easy breakaway little icon tag that gives you a lot of information that's very helpful. The days to emerge, so basically once you sow those seeds, how long it will take before they actually emerge from the soil, about how far you should go. This one's only 1/8 of an inch. How far you should space them, you just broadcast. That means just sprinkle them everywhere. These particular lettuces are not too concerned about that. Row spacing, if you are doing rows, you don't have to worry about it. Thinning is the process of going through and removing the weaker ones, so you just have one stronger one left in each little row. In maturity, this is how long it will take before you can harvest it. And at the very bottom, there's even an area where you can write down when you sowed your seeds, so that way you have an idea. There's a little bit more information on the back. I'm not going to go through all that because they're all different. They give you recommendations on whether or not you should sow outside. In this case, they do recommend sowing lettuces outside, but you can do them inside as well. It's just going to require some extra care to keep them growing. Same kind of business with the pumpkins. We can see it'll take about 2 weeks for them to emerge. They need about 1 inch depth placement. They do need to be spaced out. You can see right here, and they do recommend thinning, so you just leave behind the stronger ones. So that gives you a little bit of information on the vegetable plants. So now let's take a moment and look at some of the flowering plants that are also interesting. So here we have a milkweed, and that is very important to us because it is the host plant for monarch caterpillars. They're the monarch butterfly. It is a good one to plant in your yard or anywhere else that they can find that to thrive. And basically, there's going to be some information on this in the front, just like we had with the vegetable plants. This one is a perennial. That means it'll come back year after year after year. So be aware of that when you go to plant. Wherever you put it, it's going to come back again and again. It prefers full sun. That means 6 to 8 hours daily. About how tall it's going to get, and that it is a native to this environment, which is helpful. On the back side, again, we have the days to emerge, which is a little bit longer on this one. 1/4 of an inch, and you can group of 3 seeds every 12 inches, and you will thin them down when about 3 inches tall. So that is for milkweed, just a common milkweed. We also have another example. And this one, it's California bluebells, and this one is an annual. So this one will have to be replanted year after year. It's not going to come back for you. It does like full sun down to part shade, so that means it can take a little bit less sun than what the milkweed could, but it still likes to have a little bit of sun. Some of them will tell you if they prefer full shade, but most things are full sun to part shade. It tells you that they bloom in the spring, about how tall they get, and this is also a native plant. And then finally, when you look at the back, they give you just a little bit of information, how long it takes for them to emerge, how deep you should place them, spacing, thinning, and the details on the back for how you should sow it. So hopefully that takes care of some of the confusion, but if you do have more questions, feel free to come in, ask us. We're happy to take care of you. Hopefully this inspires you to get your garden growing, and happy planting.